So till now we learnt about how can we select an element, manipulate the element, how can we handle events. So now this is our first project that we are going to work on, that is going to combine events, selecting and manipulation together. So we are going to create a counter app, something like this one. So here you can see whenever you click on this up button, you can see the value increases. So the first thing we know that there is a click event happening, and when that event happens, you are calling a handler and that handler is manipulating the DOM. We'll try to implement similar behavior in our app. So here we have a index.html, script.js, which is empty, and I have style.css, which is just the basic style of body with a font family. Whenever I start working on any application, the first thing I always do is work on HTML first. The basic thing that I need for my app. So what do I need? I need two buttons and one element to show the counter. So for that, I'm going to use h1 to store our value like 1. And then we'll have different button. For that, I'm just going to create a div. And inside that, I'll create two buttons. The first button will be called increment, and the second one will be called decrement. And what if we want to have a new button called reset? The job of increment button is to increment the value by 1, decrement will decrement the value by 1, and reset will reset the value to 0. So first I create the HTML. Let's see the output. So after writing HTML, the second thing I do is to write basic style. So here's what if I want to style my button to have a padding of 0.5 rem. And when we refresh that, we can see it looks much better now. So HTML creates the structure, CSS adds the styling, and JavaScript will add behavior to the page. So behavior for me always comes at last. So the first thing I need to do is to select the increment button, and here I can see we have 3 buttons. Better way to go about it is to just go ahead and add a class called increment. Similarly, I'll go ahead and add a class decrement and reset. Now if I want to select the first element, that is increment, I can go ahead and say let increment is equal to document.querySelector and pass .inc, because that is the name of the class. So I want to add an event listener. Go ahead and say add event listener. Add event listener needs 2 things, the type of event, that is click for us right now, and a handler function. What do I want to do is whenever I click on this, I want to change this value from 1 to 2. So for changing this value, we'll need access to h1 element. So for that, I'll go ahead and say counter is equal to document.querySelector, and we'll pass h1 because we have only one h1. And to manipulate the value of h1, we need to go ahead and say h1.innerText is equal to 2. And what if we refresh this page and see? Sorry, we need to do counter. Now if we refresh this page and click on this, it is working. But it's not working like how we wanted it to work. So we can make it work in that way. I want every time you're clicking on this button, if it is 2, it should become 3. So what should I do is to access old value, I'll say counter.innerText. And I know inner text is going to return a string value, and I'm just going to add 1 to it. So whenever I'll do that, look at this, what is happening. Because counter.innerText is string, we are using a plus operator. One value is a number, another is a string, so it concatenates them. So to fix this issue, we'll go ahead and convert string into number by using number function. Now if we refresh it, we can see our increment is working properly. Congrats, you have just created your first application that is showing some kind of behavior. So here we'll go ahead and complete this application by selecting decrement. So here I selected decrement. Now I'm selecting reset. And I'll go ahead add the next add event listener on decrement. So decrement.add event listener. So add event listener needs 2 things, the type of event, that is click, and a handler function. So here in this function, we can just copy this line and do the same thing again. We just have to do -1. Similarly, we'll copy the whole thing and we'll go ahead and make it reset.addEventListener. Whenever click happens, you don't have to convert anything because here the value should be 0. Now if we refresh this page, it starts from 1. As soon as we click on increment, we can see the value is going up by 1. If we click on decrement, it is going down by 1. What if we click on reset? It is having a problem now. So here reset. So here look at this. There was a spelling mistake. We can fix it. Now we are selecting the element. So whenever this kind of an error happens, you should always look at console and you'll see a message saying cannot read property add event listener of null. It means that you are trying to add an event listener on a thing that is not an element. And the reason it was not an element because I was trying to select REST. There was a spelling mistake here. So after looking at error message, you can fix your error easily. So let's look at this now. Increment, decrement, reset, decrement, reset. It's working properly for us. So this was our first application where we combined DOM manipulation, but on certain events that happens in future. For handling those events, I'm using add event listener. This is how we are manipulating it. So we are doing all three things that we learned till now is like selecting the element, using add event listener, and manipulating on specific event.